Did Sam Burns get screwed?
If he did, he let it affect him.
Kisner said he did.
Kisner said he did. Dan Hicks didn't want to go that far. He kind of said, well, they had two officials come over and tell him, no, sorry. He wanted a free drop. His feet were in water.
And the practice swing he took, do you see the splash?
Yeah, but those guys are pros. They can do that anytime they want.
But when you don't hit one well and you're mentally...
He was gone after that.
Yeah, he was leading the tournament.
He was absolutely done after that one shot, because the officials did not let him move his ball or take a free drop, get away from the water. The standing, he considered it standing water, casual water. They did not. Had to play the balls that lied, and it was in the fairway. It wasn't like it was in the rough. It was in the fairway, and hit a bad shot. He
hit another bad
double
shot.
bogey there. He had 3 6s, or shot 78 for the day. That final pairing of him, I was kind of pulling for Adam Scott.
Same.
Well, I wasn't, because if he shot bad, I thought we had a chance to win money.
I know. But as far as good story, I was pulling for Adam Scott. And he played great for, not 72, 63 holes. The back nine, again, he and Burns were terrible on the back nine. And Tyrrell Hatton, that's another guy that's fun to watch.
I know, when he starts screwing up.
He's fun to watch. He's yelling at his putter, yelling at his ball.
Beating the ground up.
And I don't want to say I want to see him win. I like to see him miss close shots or hit bad shots, because he snaps.
Yeah, but you can't pull for the live guys. But
no, you're right.
What about Bobby McIntyre, man? He made a run, didn't he?
Little Bobby shoots 68 yesterday, I think.
Little Bobby needs a razor.
He sure does.
That neck beard is gross.
He needs a haircut.
What about Hatton?
Yeah.
Hatton's beard's at least trimmed.
Okay.
And it looks like it's a mature beard, whereas
those of us who can't help where hair grows on our body take offense.
That's not me.
Take offense to what you say. All right?
And that's fine.
I'm just going to say that.
That's fine.
I take offense to that.
Did you all see the...
How did we get there?
Bobby McIntyre finished second, Robert officially, and Victor Hovland third. J.J. Spawn's second win ever. He won a small tournament in San Antonio on the PGA Tour, and now he did take Rory to overtime in the players, but this was kind of out of nowhere. He was 120-1 before the tournament. Before the tournament started to win it.
What were you going to say, Scoot?
Did you all see the reaction video of Tyrrell Hatton getting interviewed as JJ sent that buzz? That was awesome.
He was great. He's great. He's a fun guy to watch. What did he say exactly?
For the win. I got it. You want me to play it?
Yeah, sure.
Let's play it real quick.
Let's play it. Why not?
During the rain delay to keep yourself active.
You hear the crowd?
I sat in dining. Please hold it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable.
Go back
What
to
a
live.
win.
What a putt to win.
What a put to win.
Did you see McIntyre? He was clapping.
Yeah,
he was sitting there, and
he did
clapping.
the wow too. He read his mouth.
Well, they all did. Everybody that saw
McIntyre's
it. Wow.
spot was if he 3-putts, I'm in a playoff.
He needed to hit one real short or real long.
Yeah, he's not going to 3-putt. So once that goes, if you're going to lose, way to go. So J.J. Spawn wins the U.S. Open. The Open Championship will be in a couple of weeks. It's right around the corner, weekend of July 17th through the 20th. So we'll get these majors. They got one per month here for 4 months in a row, and then you finish out the season.
He almost looked embarrassed. It was the anxiety, and everything. When he was walking out there and stuff, he kind of waved a little bit. He wasn't showing much emotion.
No.
I think he was so stunned.
I think he was shocked.
Yeah, I think he was too.
When you shoot 40 on the front, there's no way you think you're in this tournament. Other guys had to help him out, and they all did, really. Yeah. From Burns to Scott to Hovland. Only McIntyre is the one that played really good throughout the day.
Yeah, but you saw that coming with the rain. If they missed anything, there's no way to hit that golf ball.
And was it fair to make them keep playing?
Yeah, I think
they didn't want to come back tomorrow. That's part of it. They didn't want to bring them back tomorrow unless it was for a playoff. By the way, did you see Spawn was up all night? He was up at 3 a.m. at CVS getting medicine because he couldn't sleep.
I couldn't sleep last night either, but I didn't go to see.
Well, you weren't playing in the final round of the next day of the U.S. Open.
Good point.
You know?
I mean, can you not just take a couple shots and call it a day?
That's what I'd have done, Scoot.
Take a little bourbon?
Yeah.
Throw a little bourbon down?
Sure.
Get you a gummy.
I don't know what the laws are like in Pittsburgh. We'll take a break. Come back. NBA talk, baseball trade talk, basketball trade talk. We got it all.
We got everything.
Birthday's coming up as well.
Board.
Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big A.
John Burke, owner and president of United Mechanical, is a proud supporter of the Mike Rutherford Show and Louisville Cardinal Sports. Listen to the Mike Rutherford Show Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 on Big X Sports Radio, WXVW's 96.1 and 1450 for the latest news on Louisville sports. United Mechanical is your trusted partner for commercial and industrial HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration. Get on board with the home team today. Get on board with United Mechanical. Call 502-339-1133. Let's go Cards.
High school sports ignite pride unlike anything else. Just listen to these student athletes from across the great state of Indiana.
Playing high school sports means representing my school and community, being a positive example, showing everyone what we stand for.
It's a reminder that the name on the front of my jersey is just as important as the name on the back.
Because it's about all of us, not just one of us.
And that includes our families, friends, and the fans.
When we all wear our school's name,
we are all on the same team.
We all represent our school.
We all belong to our community, thanks to high school sports.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. You can be a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is building community pride. This is bringing everyone together as one team. This is your IHSAA.
It's tough on everybody when a loved one is suffering from a terminal illness, but the emotional needs of young children often get overlooked. They don't fully understand sickness and death, so we think, and we assume they're unaffected by it. But young people can feel confusion and sadness, just like you. To support your children when someone is sick and dying, keep a few things in mind. First, get your children ready for what's coming. Of course, you'll want to use age-appropriate language, but introduce them to the concept of death before their loved one actually passes away. That'll give your children an opportunity to make sense of what's happening. Second, keep it simple, but tell your children the truth about dying. Some parents try to soften the reality of death too much. They say, Grandma went on vacation, or Uncle Fred became an angel. In the long run, an overly soft approach doesn't help children grapple with the real pain of death. Finally, prepare your children for the emotions they're likely to see all around them. They may wonder why everyone's crying and upset. Help them understand that death makes people sad, and it's okay if they feel sad too. Encourage your children to ask questions and to talk about what they're feeling. Children may not fully understand death, but it still affects them. When someone dies, give your children special attention and make sure they're coping well. For Focus on the Family, I'm Jim Daly.
The words you are about to hear are taken from letters sent in by members of the Trinity Debt Management Program.
Dear Trinity, today I'm making my final credit card payment.
Before I came to you, I was in a constant state of anxiety and panic, but now there is hope for my family's financial future.
Working with Trinity made me understand that I'm not alone.
You really do help people.
Your kindness will never be forgotten.
Without Trinity's support, I would not have achieved my lifelong goal of becoming debt-free.
We saved a lot on interest and penalties, of course, but the reward was the gift of human kindness.
Trinity has carried me through a very difficult time in my life. You're amazing.
I used to feel so anxious and hopeless. Now I feel grace and peace.
God bless Trinity as you continue to help others become debt-free.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976.
Welcome back. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. John Tony Scooter.
I love Wednesdays.
Thanks for listening. It is June 16th. I don't think I said that. Thanks for listening on the radio or on the podcast and watching on YouTube.
What are we doing Friday, John?
Those few of you who are watching on YouTube. Friday, we're playing in the golf scramble out at Glen Oaks Country Club. Rise above expectations with Rise Academy of Lifelong Learning, Southern Indiana's premier Christian immersion school, now serving preschool through first grade, growing each year, dedicated to nurturing children socially, academically, and spiritually. If you want to make a difference, visit riseall.org and join us for the golf scramble this Friday, June 20th. Day of fun, fellowship, and giving back, complete with prizes. We won't win any of those with our team.
No. Unless they're giving stuff away.
For the last place team. Yes. Contests, silent auction, much more. Swing for a cause. Support the future. Rise Academy. That's riseall.org. Rise Academy, where students rise above expectations.
All right, Scoot. Over and under. It's John, me, Slugger, and Big Al the Fish.
That's a combined, Scooter, that's a combined handicap of about 100.
I'm not familiar with, who was the fourth one?
Big Al the Fish.
Big Al. I don't know if I've seen Big Al play.
Big Al can't get off the tee.
He drives at about 148.
Great putter and chipper, but
if you're 50 out, you want Big Al hitting that shot.
Yeah. 4.5. Over 4.5.
Over
or under 4.5. Over
plus 4.5.
Plus 4.5. Yeah, that'd be my number.
I hope
no.
What did we shoot? Like we're not 3, I think.
3 over?
Under.
Yeah, he's saying over.
Oh, over?
That's because you told me last week, John, that it was going to be 8 over.
No, I don't think
you put your teammates on blast that it was going to be horrible.
I don't think I used.
You could have thrown it at even and out.
I don't think I said 8 over. We were 3 under.
I think
the last scramble we played.
You told me on Friday
3 in that
8 over is going to be your all score.
Well, it could be. You play Glen Oaks. What do you think about Glen Oaks?
It's hard.
Yes, it's very hard. You know what's harder on? Guys who have 30 handicaps like me. Slugger, by the way, should play from the old man tees.
If they go,
should we all?
If they go 62, then Big Al the Fish plays from it.
Yeah, we
think
can.
It's 62.
We might as well too. We're almost 62.
That's the course with the par 3 that goes down the hill next to the waterfall there. That hole's awesome.
Yes, it's all full and awesome.
And you can never get the distance right.
Correct.
But then you have to play 9, which is a par 5 with OB left, OB right, OB right on your second shot, OB left also on your second shot.
But if we all were decent and you'd hit your tee shot out into the opening, you'd hit your next one to the bottom of the hill, you'd hit your next one up. But we don't do
And you'd be
that.
putting for birdie.
Yes. That's a tough green, too.
So does that mean no show Friday?
No. Well,
it's a 1:30
Okay.
scramble.
1:30. Yeah, if you want to get on, that's a 1:30 shotgun start. So
We'll be drinking a couple of cold ones out there.
you go to riseall.org for all the information. And we will be drinking a couple of cold ones. All our wives usually work the silent auction or taking the money at the beginning of the day and all that stuff. So
y'all should pregame during the show, so you'd be primed and ready to go.
So you're saying I should bring a cooler in here?
This blender?
There's a little blender in here. I don't think it really works. There's nowhere to
You
plug
can fill it up to drink.
Can't really
it,
plug
though.
it in, but if you had a margarita made, you could pour it in this thing, and it'd be awesome. All right,
You're watching on YouTube, you got to see the margarita.
Saturday night, Oklahoma City 111, Indiana 104. They trailed by 7 going into the fourth quarter, and it looked like it was going to be 3-1 in favor of the Pacers. 31-17 fourth quarter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 35 points once again. This is the 14th postseason game this year that he scored 30 or more points.
He's good.
Only 3 other players have done that. 2 of them scored in 16 postseason games in one season. Can you name those 2 guys? And the third one scored in 15 postseason games.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is correct.
Well done, Tony.
1992.
LeBron.
The next one was 3 years later, 1995. Michael was playing baseball. That's your clue.
Karl Malone.
Nope, that's a good guess. It's a good guess. Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, the dream.
Did it 16 times, and 15 times Kobe Bryant in one postseason scored 30 points or more. SGA's got 14. If this series goes 7, he could reach 17 games and set the record of 30 points in 17 postseason games and one postseason.
He played 40 minutes again. I mean, it's the end of the year, so who cares?
And they spread him out different. They took him out earlier in the first quarter, so he was fresher late in the game, and he was. He scored 15 of their last 16 points. Jalen Williams had 27 points. Don't forget that, with 7 rebounds.
Well, the Leprechaun had 15 rebounds and 14 points.
The world's tallest leprechaun, yeah. Chet, 14 and 15, and Alex Caruso, 20 off the bench again.
7 for 9 from the field, John, for the ball-headed guy. White ball-headed guy.
Siakam had 20 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Halliburton, 18 with 7 assists. And Obi Toppin, good game again, 17 and 7. It was a great game. It was a great game that Indiana should have won.
Yep.
They should be sitting here today trying to close them out on the road. This would be one of those. If it was 3-1, by the way, the spread is 9.5.
Too many.
If it was 3 games to 1, by the way, Indiana, Oklahoma City covered the other night.
They did.
It was 6.5. They got 7.
So definitely go over tonight. There are going to be some points scored.
Okay, if this was the 3-1 series like it should be, what would the spread be tonight? Because it's a mail-in game for Indiana.
9.5.
I think it'd be 13.
Really?
Because it's a mail-in game for Indiana. They can go back and win it at home.
But they're still trying to win to get it over with. They are. They don't want to give the Thunder a chance.
They are.
If they had won.
But if they get down 10, they're going to lose by 30. That's my point.
Yeah.
If they get down 10, they would have said, we'll just win at home. Now you're fighting for everything. It's a 3-game series, period.
What are the odds on the Thunder to win it now? Did you know?
No.
I don't have it here.
It's probably
hold tight,
pretty close, I would think. Minus maybe 200, maybe 180. And I would think the Pacers are probably plus 160.
Well, the Thunder are playing. You got to look at it. Thunder get 2 home games.
2 home games.
So,
which they've lost throughout the playoffs. They've lost home games. They've just won a lot of road games.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That just ran through my mind. I was like,
Scooter can't find it.
My phone just died. I have an iPhone 6, guys. It doesn't last very long.
It's an iPhone 6? Is that from 1982? What is that?
2014.
Oh, okay.
Let me try to pull up DraftKings by John.
Just checking. So anyway, Oklahoma City, big win the other night, and SGA said in his presser yesterday, look, we can't play like that again. If we play like that again, we are just itching to lose. All right. Game.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was going to go hockey. I don't even want to talk about the hockey.
Series winner, John. Thunder minus 450.
No.
Pacers plus 350.
Yeah, you have to, I guess. Now that I think about it, you have to make it unattractive to bet them.
Yeah.
Is it worth a couple shekels for the Pacers there? Can they win two of the next
even
3?
Right now.
What are the Pacers plus what?
350.
Plus 350?
That's silly.
3.5. You get 3.5 if you bet.
3.5 to 1 to win the series.
Win the series, and it's tied right now.
Yeah, but I got to go back to Oklahoma City. It's just so much better, in my opinion.
Yep.
They should have won.
You like value bets?
I do. I don't like that value bet. They won game 1 on a shot with 0.3 of a second for their only lead. You got to remember that. That was their only lead of that game, or they're down 3-1.
Basically, the money line is the same tonight as the series.
Yeah, I believe that. It's in OKC. I get that. Plus 350 though in one game.
330. 330 tonight. Money line.
Twist my arm to go back. Twist my arm to bet that value.
Man, that's worth $10.
Yeah, I really am.
By the way, NBA Desmond Bane, who's a 40% 3-point shooter, traded from Memphis to Orlando. It has the feeling of Memphis rebuilding, but they have come out and said, John Morant's not going anywhere, and we are going to sign Jaren Jackson Jr. to a long-term deal. So they're putting the poo-poo on this whole Memphis is going to rebuild. Remember, 2 years ago, they were the number 2 team in the West. That was a really good team.
John Morant had to go start playing with guns.
So Desmond Bane goes to Orlando. That's going to make the Magic better, I think.
It definitely will make them better.
Orlando was one of the 3 worst shooting 3-point teams in the league. And so what do? They addressed that. Let's go get a 3-point shooter.
Okay.
And they did.
Suggs was out. One of the Wagners was out.
Franz. Not Mo. Franz and Franz. Franz was out, and Banchero was out for a while.
Yeah.
if you remember. And they went 41-41 with a lot of injuries. So they bring in a three-point shooter. Now they give up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and his contract. I'm fine with that. But they also give up Cole Anthony and 4 first-round picks.
That's crazy.
Well,
they want to win now, don't they?
Is it crazy? Because I heard this today. Teams don't care about first-round picks anymore unless they're lottery picks. And if you're the Orlando Magic, now that you have this team, you don't think any of those are going to be lottery picks. So give them up. Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, if it's going to be the 20th pick in the draft, who cares? If it's going to be the 3rd pick in the draft, we care.
You see his numbers, Bain. 26 years old. He averaged 19.2, 6.1 rebounds, and 5.3 assists.
What's his
69 games?
3-point percentage is what. That's why they got him.
40, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw. 43.
43. Think about that.
Said he has a catch and 3-pointers are 40%.
Okay.
Since entering the league in 2020, and he has shot 43.2 on catch and shoot threes in the past 5 seasons.
So if you hit him and he's open and he just goes up and shoots at 43%.
3rd best in the league.
I mean, it's probably behind who? Curry and who else?
Caruso.
And that's not Caruso. Tony's got a little man crush on Alex Caruso. So there's the big trade in the NBA. And it came out of nowhere. And coming out of nowhere, Rafael Devers. You got more basketball you want to talk about?
It does say he's under contract to 28, 29.
That's great if you're Orlando. Thank you. When you get 4 years out of him, 26, 27, 20,
I don't have to worry about losing him in a year.
Speaking of big contracts, Rafael Devers. Yeah. He had $250 million left on his contract, and the Giants are going to pay it.
Giants said, yep.
Yep, we'll take it. Rafael Devers, early in the day, hits a home run in a 2-0 win over the Yankees, which was a series sweep for Boston.
Thank you, Boston.
Right?
Now just 2 teams left in MLB without being swept.
They've won 8 out of 10, and then they trade their best player later in the day.
Here's the most amazing thing to me. They're a half game out of the wild card.
It's now, don't judge a trade the day of the trade.
Right.
Rafael Devers is great. Hit a lot of balls off that green monster. Hit a lot of home runs that way. He's going to Oracle Park now, and that is not, if you're not Barry Bonds, it's not easy to hit home runs in that place.
Well, here's the bigger thing, John. Matt Chapman's out. He is a Gold Glove third baseman.
Now Chapman will be back.
I know it, but where's Devers? Devers was not happy in Boston because Bregman came in to play third. He did not want to play first base.
He asked for a trade in the preseason.
Yes.
That's what people don't realize.
And now he got traded to a team that has a third baseman. That makes sense.
Well, the Giants have pretty much said he's going to be our DH. They're going to move Wilmer Flores to play some first. They've had injuries at first base. They traded Lorenzo Wade, who was playing first base, to the Angels. So first base is open, but basically they're saying he's going to be our DH.
Well, they said on the game last night the Giants swung and missed on a bunch of big free agents.
They did.
And they wanted a big name.
They got one.
After Devers.
So in Boston, people are saying, oh, Babe Ruth, Mookie Betts, and now Rafael Devers. What are we doing?
They got a lot of young talent, though. They just added.
They do, and it was dysfunctional in Boston with him. He refused to play third when Bregman got hurt. He refused to play first when Costas got hurt. I think they were looking for a reason to get him out of there.
Right. He's a cancer.
He's a cancer, though, that has 15 homers and 50-plus RBIs already.
Yeah, but if you're
started out really slow, and now he's hitting 267.
Yeah, but if you're not going to be a good teammate and you're making millions and millions of dollars and you can't sacrifice yourself to play first, like, he's cancer. Get him out of here.
These guys aren't cancers until they're not. You're not a cancer until you're not producing. I know you can say, yes, you are in the clubhouse, but he's still helping them win games. He hit the home run yesterday. He helped them beat Boston 2-0.
Yeah, but how are the vibes?
I mean,
the vibes aren't good.
The Yankees
they got rid of the money.
The vibes are probably terrible. I'm not arguing that with you. I'm saying he's still producing.
No. But they, on the other side of that, on the flip side, they got rid of his contract. They got 3 pitchers, really good prospect.
Harrison is a left-handed starter who was going to start last night's game for the Giants and got pulled out of the bullpen. Hey, Kyle, come here for a second. Come here. You're not going to start tonight. What did I do? Well, you might want to start making. We'll make the travel plans for you. Go see our traveling secretary because you've been traded.
You've got a condo right outside of Fenway Park now.
Yes, you do. Left-hand starter's really good. They also get Jordan Hicks, who the Giants tried to start, but he's more of a reliever, so Boston will use him as a reliever. They got their number 1 Giants draft pick from last season, from 2024.
I'm telling you.
So they got talent back, and you have to wait to evaluate all trades.
Right. With all the young guys, Roman Anthony came up. They brought another guy up. They've already got 2 or 3 young guys up.
Myers up.
And with these guys, they are building.
They sure are.
They look like
their
they're
youth.
building for the next few years.
I do like their youth. I would have liked them to find a way to keep Mookie Betts, but he obviously wanted out.
And if you're going to lose the guy anyway, the free agency, you got to do something.
Yeah, I agree. So that was a big trade of the day. Ohtani will start for the Dodgers tonight, pitch a couple innings, 1 or 2 innings against San Diego. That's the big news as well. They can't send him down like you would normally send down a rehab pitcher to go to the minors because they want him in the lineup every night to hit. So they pretty much have to do what they would normally do to a guy in the minor leagues, but they got to let Shohei do it in the major leagues.
Yeah, but he's pitched simulated games.
He has, and his ball was they've showed film. His ball really moves.
He's got a gun.
It's incredible.
He's got everything.
All right, we're way late for a break. Thanks for watching on YouTube, listening on whatever platform you're listening on. We'll take a break. Come back with birthdays. Spears on Sports presented by M&M Cartage. Big X.
Good work there.
Sunrise with Scoops.
And the headline is, cops looking to arrest ex-NFL wide receiver Brown. I'm like, well, what did he do now? Attempted murder with a firearm. I don't understand the brain of Antonio Brown. I feel like that's one of those things that needs to be studied, and even if we go into a deep dive studying Antonio Brown's brain, I don't know that it still is going to make any sense.
Weekday mornings at 7, followed by Just the Cats at 8 on the Big X Sports Radio.
Honey Baked Ham in New Albany is the perfect spot for a healthy alternative to fast food. They provide a variety of freshly made sandwiches, as well as salads and delicious soups. And you can dine in or take it to go. They also have many dinner options such as ham, turkey, frozen sides, and desserts, which provide a complete meal. Catering is also available for small groups or large gatherings. Call Honey Baked Ham today, 812-941-9426, or visit them, 3602 North Gate Court, Suite 23 in New Albany.
At the IHSAA, we love when student athletes understand the real purpose of playing high school sports, like McKenna Cruz from Greenwood Community High School.
I love competing for my high school, but I don't play for accolades, records, or to earn college scholarships. For me, it's about more than winning, playing time, or trophies. I play high school sports because they help me grow alongside my friends, develop character and integrity, and learn life lessons I'll carry with me forever. Soccer reminds me of the power of teamwork and how we can help each other succeed. Track teaches me to focus on the things I can control and not worry about outside noise. High school sports show me the value of discipline, grit, and representing my community with dignity. They prepare me for life, and that's why I play.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support student athletes like McKenna by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is being a champion of high school sports. This is empowering student athletes. This is your IHSAA.
When design is key to your landscape project, give Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design a call at 812-288-6691. Walnut Ridge has more experience than any landscape company in the area. Remember, Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design. When design is key to your project and you want the most experienced landscaping company in the area. Give Walnut Ridge a call at 812-288-6691. Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design. When design is key.
The plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC technicians of Local 502's commitment to excellence can be seen in our community every day. The KFC Yum Center, Ford Motor Company, and the Omni Hotel are just a few examples of their professional craftsmanship. Local 502 has been part of our community for over a century and invests over $1 million annually training skilled local workers. Members of Local 502 are your friends, neighbors, and children's coaches. For more information, go to lu502.com. Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow.
Roosters is the place to watch your favorite teams play. From college to the pros, Roosters has all the games. Plus, you're gonna love the food at Roosters. Come watch the games and enjoy 79-cent boneless wings every Monday. Roosters with 6 Kentuckiana locations: Dixie Highway, Preston Highway, Fern Creek, Shelbyville Road, Springhurst, and in Clarksville.
The plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC technicians of Local 502's commitment to excellence can be seen in our community every day. The KFC Yum Center, Ford Motor Company, and the Omni Hotel are just a few examples of their professional craftsmanship. Local 502 has been part of our community for over a century and invests over $1 million annually training skilled local workers. Members of Local 502 are your friends, neighbors, and children's coaches. For more information, go to lu502.com. Local 502, built on excellence, building a better tomorrow.
Welcome back. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. John Tony Scooter, final segment on this Monday.
Woo!
No Hoosier report today. Is that correct?
How you know that?
I thought you told me that.
told us that.
Oh, okay. That's right.
2 days.
I meant to tell you that.
Matt's
but
in Omaha.
He is.
He went to Omaha.
Omaha.
He called an audible. Went to Omaha. So I guess until he gets back, or
he said he's going to try to do a show tomorrow.
Okay.
But he's out today and then Wednesday.
All right, Scooter, M&M Cartage hotline's closed.
Shut it down.
Game Day Men's Health text line still open, 502-414-1450. Get your text to the show at that number. Scooter, you know my favorite bet, one of my favorite bets, and I got a lot of favorite bets. You know that.
You got a lot.
But
parlays,
the Sunday rule is what?
The teams
bet against a sweep.
Yeah, that's right.
If a team's won the first 2 games of the series, bet the other team.
That didn't turn out very well.
I was going to ask you. There were 11 instances yesterday where a team had an opportunity to sweep.
11?
11 out of 15. 11 opportunities to sweep. How many do you think swept?
4.
3.
9.
What?
There were 9 sweeps.
He sucked us in there, Scooter.
Had I been betting it, I would have gotten crushed individually. I did bet it parlay-wise, but if I'd have been betting it individually, I would probably be taking out a third mortgage on the house like Dan Aykroyd did in Ghostbusters. Not good. Colorado and San Diego were the only 2 teams that avoided a sweep.
Colorado.
Let's go Rockies.
Of all teams, the freaking
How
Rockies.
bad are the Braves?
They beat the Braves 10-1. 10-1, Tony.
Braves pitcher had 15 strikeouts and got a loss.
He had 15 Ks and
Are
lost.
you kidding me?
How do you strike out 15 guys and lose?
Well, it was 3-1 for a long time, and then they scored some runs late against the relievers. But
This dude has never had
Holmes. It was Holmes.
He's never had double-digit strikeouts in a game, and he had
Not
15 and lost.
Not JB. He had 15 Ks and lost.
Wow.
Nuts.
Are you kidding me?
Miami, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Boston, Tampa Bay, Texas, Houston, the Athletics, and Seattle all completed sweeps yesterday.
Were any of those over the Mets?
Yes, Tampa Bay.
Really?
What about them Reds, Scooter?
Last team in the league to not be swept, baby.
Tampa Bay swept the Mets. So the Mets and Boston and the Yankees had not been swept until this weekend.
Nope.
Because I remember we talked about that.
Yeah.
Last week. So the Reds are it?
That's it.
Well, that means you win the World Series, doesn't it, Tony?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The Reds did take 2 out of 3 from Detroit.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And by the way, 4 games in a row now, Ellie De La Cruz has homered.
Yes, he
You're not.
has. And the Reds are 2 games above 500, John.
Let's go Reds!
Rounded third and heading for home.
All right, let's do birthdays.
Why you look so disappointed?
Who, me or Tony?
You.
About birthdays?
Yeah, I think you thought you were going to get me, but I was ready.
No, I did think I was going to get you there, but
I
just don't have a lot of celebrities. John Cho, who is 53. He played Sulu in the whole new Star Trek series of movies.
I have no idea who he is.
He was also in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
That's where I know him
Scooter
from.
likes that movie.
Yeah, that's where I know him from.
All the movies he's never seen, I promise you he's seen Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Oh, yeah. Sure have.
That you should be embarrassed by that.
Hey, I did watch an old-time movie this weekend.
What'd you watch?
Animal House.
You've never seen Animal House?
I thought it was wildly overrated.
Oh, my God.
I mean, there were funny parts.
I'm walking off, Tony. I'm walking off the set.
I didn't think it was as good as people make it out to be.
Oh, 8 years of college down the drain.
When the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
Let him go. He's on a roll.
Did have funny parts.
Grab a brew. Don't cost nothing. Some of the greatest lines in movie history. Laurie Metcalf is 70 from the Roseanne Show. She also plays Sheldon Cooper's mom on Big Bang Theory. Laurie Metcalf, 70 today. Tupac Shakur. He did not celebrate his birthday today.
No, I don't think so.
Born on this date in 1971. He was 24, 25 when he was shot and killed.
Don't play with guns, kids.
Don't play with guns. That's our lesson today. Joan Van Ark of Knots Landing fame is 82 today. Joan Van Ark could bring it back in the day, if you remember, Tony.
Yeah,
Dallas.
I can't really picture
Dallas
and
Knots Landing and Dynasty and all those shows.
She is scary looking today.
82.
He's 82, Scoots.
Yikes.
Jack Albertson from Chico and the Man, which a show you could not have made today.
No.
He was the man.
The man.
He was born on this date in 1907, died in 81.
Shows like
Jack
that.
Albert.
He was in
Chico and the Man. You can't make them today. All in the Family.
He was the grandpa in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka. No, yeah, you're right. No. Was it Charlie and the Chocolate? No, it was
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
What's the original Willy Wonka?
I don't know. He was the grandpa in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka?
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
All right. I believe
Willy Wonka.
All right, sports now. Justin Jefferson, Vikings wide receivers, 26 today. Al Cowlings.
Yep.
Yes, he was an athlete, folks. He was a football player. He was also the driver of the white Bronco when O.J. was trying to get away from him.
It's a great way to be famous.
You know who I am? Al Cowlings is 78 today. He lived longer than O.J., for the record. Michael Bush, former Louisville Cardinal, male Bulldog, is 41 today. Does that make you feel old?
Said he couldn't play quarterback. He could have played quarterback.
He could have played quarterback.
He's still jacked.
The only reason he didn't play quarterback is why, John.
Brian Brown was there.
Exactly.
And he played a really good running back and had a nice little short but steady career in the NFL.
John did the play-by-play of that state championship game.
Color.
You did the color.
Tom Lane did play-by-play.
I did the sideline, and Scoot, it's still one of the best lines ever. I'm down on the turf at Old Cardinal Stadium, and I said, John, if you were down here, I don't think you could keep up. And John goes, I just stand at one end of the field, Tony, and watch the game.
I'd see every other touchdown. I said I'd stand on 120-yard line and see every other touchdown.
Wait, hang on. So my mind was just blown.
53 to
56-53.
56-53.
So Tom Lane did play-by-play.
Yes.
John, you did color, and Tony was sideline?
Yep.
Oh,
that was 98.
That was the greatest high school football game
I've ever seen.
Maybe ever.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
I know one thing.
Mike Bush was quarterback in male, and Brian Brown was quarterback in train.
And anybody that saw that game thought if Bob Redmond would have just dropped back into a zone, didn't play 10 guys on the line of scrimmage, they probably would have beat Trinity.
That was the way he played the game, though.
Yep.
David Fisdale, former Knicks coach. Hey, they might want to call him up. They need a coach. He's 51 today. Dana Altman, Oregon Ducks basketball coach.
I want to call him up.
Is 67. They might want to call him up today. Alex Lynn, NBA player, is 32. Is he still in the league?
He's still in the league.
He's got to be in the league.
He's on somebody's bench.
Alex Lynn.
Somebody that's not any good.
Scoots, Utah?
Lakers.
Lakers.
He's with the Lakers?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I told you somebody not very good.
He's like Chuck Nevitt. He's the human victory cigar. He only gets in when they're up or down 30. Darrell Griffith. You might have heard of him. Griff. 67 today. 1980 national champion with Louisville.
Is he one of the most loved guys in the city of Louisville?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I don't think it's he stayed here. He's, ever since he got back from the NBA, he stayed in Louisville. He's
used to wait on him, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. He used to come in and send autographed posters. He would buy those tubes and put them in there and send them to
The
people.
one we had over in the old studio with the
Probably
Dr. Duckenstein.
Yeah.
Street knows that one. You've seen that one on the wall.
67 today. Tony?
Yep.
At the time, California Angels, 67 today.
Good hitter.
And No Mas, Roberto Duran, 74 today. He was a great champion.
Yep.
And he famously just quit against Sugar Ray Leonard and said no mas.
That's when Hagler, Leonard, and Duran were fighting, and they were great fights. All the time.
They were all welterweights or middleweights, whatever they were, but they weren't heavyweights who just stand in the ring and sort of jab at each other.
These guys give you the shuffle.
These guys tried to kill each other. They tried to kill each other. They were great. All right, so what do you expect to see out of Shohei tonight, Tony? Again, only 1 or 2 innings he'll go at home against San Diego. By the way, pitching against a pretty good lineup here.
Yeah, I think you'll see. He'll be Shohei. He can do anything.
Just ask him.
Gosh.
He's good.
I'm going to watch.
I expect 2 shutout innings.
I do, too.
I mean, I don't know why you would expect anything less. By the way, our boy Brandon pitches tomorrow.
Yep.
In Toronto.
You want to go?
Sure.
Get your passport out. I got a passport.
I got a passport, but I got to get some legal issues out of the way.
Might not get back in.
Just saying. The Reds open a series tomorrow at home against the Minnesota Twinkies.
Bad week to be a Twin.
Andrew Abbott goes tomorrow. I'm telling you, they scored 11 and 8 in the last 2 games.
They're scoring runs.
Their pitching is good. They're hitting. Are they a value bet to win the Central? Because the Cubs are going to come back. They're the Cubs. The Cubs took 3 out of 4 from Pittsburgh. Here's how many runs the Cubs scored this weekend: 1, 3, 2, and 3. They scored 8 runs in 4 games. Now they won 3 of the 4 games.
Reds are the hottest team in the division.
They're coming back, man. I'm telling you, the Cubs are not going to last if they can't hit.
Reds have won 7 out of the last 10, John.
But thanks for listening. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Thanks for watching on YouTube as well. Spears on Sports, presented by M&M Cartage. Big X.